Hope that comes from concerned but brave citizens because they know there is another way, and the facts, including true foundations of this country, its principles and declarations of freedom and rights and liberty. These authentic patriots, including those standing in the cold outside of the Portland Museum of Art when the president was in Portland recently, held their own super PAC and are asking us all to wake up to the realities that we are living with and going to live with. I've turned down the volume on their protests because this is where we are now, with the future bleak. No voices. There is hope, but there is much to do. Please go to this ongoing petition to express your feelings about the Maine state legislature recently passing a resolution in support of the Keystone XL pipeline. Cynthia Dill was an impressive leader in opposing this pseudo-legislation, and let's consider Mallory Shaughnessy's comments.
If I were up in Augusta today as a representative for District 115, I would definitely not have voted to pass that. You know, the XL pipeline, it's a dirty process. We're being touted all these jobs that it's going to, save the future of all the workers in America. It's not going to bring those kind of jobs. It's not good for our environment. It's not going to help our economy, and I wouldn't vote for a resolution supporting it. They're wasting their time doing that when really they should be tending to the people's business. We got people out here hurting. The economy is still in need of work, and they're raising. They're cutting taxes on the rich in this state. They just passed $200 million last year, and now we've got austerity measures, and we're cutting out Medicaid and everything here, and they're spending time passing resolutions on things that don't pertain to us and that are not good for our environment.
The corporate welfare funding of a feasibility study for the East-West Highway for Canada was passed, and Governor LePage signed the bill. Nonetheless, there are many working diligently to oppose this highway to the sellout of our natural resources, including at a recent Occupy Maine statewide event. Be sure to stay in touch with Chris Buchanan and others at Defending Water regarding this matter. And then there's LD 1853, the mountaintop removal legislation here in Maine. Fortunately, there is the power of knowledge and facts to counter this legislation. Consider this link to the National Resources Council of Maine, which relates to their sponsorship of a recent lecture at Bowdoin College regarding mountaintop removal. With these photos from his presentation, here's Chuck Keeney, who talked about the potential destruction of Blair Mountain in West Virginia, where similar political and economic dynamite is literally used. Clearly, there's a need for direct and other action, including taking on the major landowner here in Maine, Irving Oil.
If you want to put it in the terms of the Occupy movement, Blair Mountain is the history of the 99%. That's what it is. And it's the 1% that has prevented this history from being told. So, and if you want more people to understand about economic injustice, about how a system of control can keep a region and even a country in poverty, and how that can cause poverty, then it's very relevant to what the Occupy movement is involved in, to the kind of stands that they're making. In Wall Street, I mean, it is, Central Appalachia is a place that over 70% of the land is absentee owned. And it's people who are far away making decisions that mire a region in poverty. And isn't that something about the Wall Street, what happened in 2008, people that were far removed from everyday life making decisions that affect millions of people and prevent people from living up to their own potential and being able to partake in what a good democracy should be able to offer.
Amen. And be sure to check out the Hawaiian shirt segment, coming to an Occupy Maine TV link soon. And be sure to stay in touch, including for information regarding these various issues and the many Earth Day events across the state mentioned in a previous show and available through this contact link.